Hello everyone, today is time for a new modern video. I've been gone for a while because I went on vacation, so apologies for not uploading last week. But I'm back and I expect that I will be making more content soon because I'm ramping up my game for Eternal Weekend. Eternal Weekend Europe is a bit late, it's in the beginning of December, so I had the idea of training very intensively in both October and November. So I think my new videos will be probably all Infect or Jeskai control because I'm debating playing those two decks in both Modern and Legacy, if I'm being honest, because I'm not sure what decks I will be playing, but more on that in later videos. I had one video remaining that I wanted to do before I would go towards my Eternal Weekend prep, and that is this one, Red-Green Infect. Why am I playing this? Well, basically just one card from the latest set Duskmourn, Leyline of Resonance. So let's read what this does, shall we? So it's the Leyline, which means the same for every Leyline. If you have it in the opening hand, you may start the game with it on the battlefield. And what it does is the following. When you cast an instant or a sorcery spell that targets only a single creature you control, copy it, choose new targets for the copy. If you read this, it just screams Infect. It really does. Because every single spell that we cast gets copied. This means that if you have one pump spell, you effectively have two, so you could have one pump spell and that's just lethal. It's insane, it really is. Now, let me start by saying that I love this effect, but drawing this will feel awful, and I'm not sure how good this deck will be. This is completely theory crafted in my head. I have never played a single league with this list, so we will see how we perform. I have no idea, but it's clear that this Leyline is insanely powerful, and I really wanted to play red when I was playing this, so I made some changes and let's go over them, shall we? First, the lands, that's pretty stock, so I'm just playing 8 fetches, that's normal. Double Stomping Ground to have red, then just 1 mountain, double forests, all pretty standard stuff. 4 Ink Moth, then we have 1 Surveil land, red-green of course, 1 Boseiju, and then 1 Overgrown Tomb in here. This could be interesting to see. I will go over why I'm playing that soon. Let's go to the threats. Glistener Elf is still in here. I'm playing red-green, so the power level of the cards are a bit less, but we are playing some spicy ones. I'll show you that. Well, of course, I'm playing green, red, and black, so Ignoble is much better than Noble. And then what else are we playing? Cacophony Scamp. This is a card I've been wanting to play in Infect for a very long while now. Why? Well, basically, what this card says is, even though it doesn't have Infect, it pretty much does the same, because if you slam in with Cacophony Scamp, and you deal 10 damage, what you can do is you can just sacrifice it and deal 10 damage again when you have pump spells. So even though it doesn't exactly have Infect, it pretty much does the same, right? And then what I've been interested in is I was debating what I wanted to do because I was already playing Cacophony Scamp, and then I figured, is it worth going all in on the Infect game plan? And I wasn't actually sure. So I wanted to divide. I have 8 Infect threats in the form of Glistener Elf and Inkmoth Nexus. And then I have the Slick Shot Show Off. I just stole this from the Gruul Prowess deck because this card just insanely powerful and you can just kill people out of nowhere, and I will guarantee you that people will not expect this card coming from Infect. This is just the same idea all over again. Use some pump spells, kill them quickly, and especially if you have Leyline, this thing will kill very fast. So that's the idea here. I was debating whether or not this should be Rot Priest, but I figured if I'm going to build a more all-in game plan, I should probably not play Rot Priest and just play the Slick Shot. We will see how this performs. Here on the right, I just put all the usual suspects. I think these are the best pump spells in the game, at least in Modern. So we have Might of Velocrosa, Groundswell, Scale Up, Snakeskin Veil for protection, and Vines. Thing of note is only 2 Scale Up, because if you have Leyline accompanied with Scale Up, it's really bad, because Scale Up just makes your creature a 6/4 twice. I even thought about cutting them all together, but I figured, no, having a 6/4 is still really good. So I figured I'm just going to try 2. Then what else do we have? Monstrous Rage. This is really cool. This was recommended because I asked in the Infect Discord for some cool red cards that were good pump spells, and I like this one the best. Why? Well, what this says is that creature gets +2/+0 and gets a monster roll, and that monster roll gives the creature +1/+1 and trample. Mainly the trample thing is really important because that means your creature effectively gets 3/1 and trample. However, if you have the Leyline, it gets 5/1 plus trample, which is really spicy. So I like that, especially because it pumps forever, so I think this is a really good one. And then I'm also playing Callous Sellsword, and you can see this is the only black card in the entire 75. Ignore the black part for now. You just want to have the red. It's a sorcery that says target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any target, then sacrifice it. What's cool about this is that this works with Infect. So what you do is, if you have Glistener Elf and you just use Scale Up and Might on Glistener Elf and they have infinite blockers, you can just use this, kill them with Infect, and win the game that way. Really cool. I don't think I want to have 4 because it does require some setup. So I think this is like, I compare this to the Berserk in Legacy Infect, right? So I don't think I want to have 4. I think I want to start with 2. And this is actually very costable too. So I wanted to have 1 black source in here so we can play it if we want another threat. I say 1 black source, but keep in mind that Ignoble Hierarch also makes black, so not impossible. Sideboard, this is, again, purely theory crafting, but I just looked at what the decks are doing right now in the format, and you know what's really good right now? Preventing people from playing spells. So what I really love is the combination of being able to play both Choke and Magnets of the Moon is hilarious. I really hope we will see some games where I get to slam these. I could see myself bringing them in all 5 of them in against certain decks, which is going to be hilarious. So that's really cool. Maybe I should play some removal in this deck. We will see after League how I feel about that. And then we have Pyroclasm. Everyone's playing this right now for the energy decks. Really good that we get to play this, because again, they will just use everything that they have. People will not expect removal from Infect. And then the rest is pretty stock. Double Force of Vigor, 2 Endurance, 2 Veil of Summers. This will probably still need a lot of work, but I'm excited for the League. Let's dive in. Before we get started, I do want to thank Anjati for sponsoring me. Check out their card selection on MTGO Card Market if you buy cards in Europe. And I also want to thank Daybreak Games for allowing me to be part of the MTG Creator Program. Alright, this is just a snap keep because I do have Leyline. I'm not sure if this is what I should be doing, but what's going to happen here is I'm going to play Leyline, I'm going to play the Scamp, and next turn I'm going to play a land, Groundswell, copy it, I have Ignoble, deal 10 damage and kill them. So this is... If this works immediately, I'm going to be livid. So let's just make it work, shall we? I'm going to keep. I will play with the Leyline. Come on, please. Just first game. Let me do this, please. I'm begging you. Yes. Play the Scamp. Pass. Ah, they have a blocker. That's unfortunate. But I mean, okay. I guess that was to be expected. If we have the Trampler, though, we're good. Mountain, that's not great. Do I want to just kill the Grazer? I think I have to, unfortunately. The thing is that next turn they can actually make a blocker with the Urza Saga. So this is pretty much the worst ending that the worst start for us that we could have gotten, because they have a lot of blockers. So we really do want to have the what's the name of the new card? The red one that gives trample. So I think we're going to use the district first, see what's on top, and then decide what we're going to do. Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, that changes things because I'm actually going to leave it on top. Because that means I'm going to win in 2 turns. If we haven't lost by then, I am just going to attack. Of course, they block. I'm just going to yield, save us some time. Okay, they play a land, Spelunking. So I will just play the Nexus and slam in, make them block. The thing about Cacophony Scamp is that it doesn't have Infect, so the -1/-1 counters don't stay on, of course. They make a Construct. Okay, that's a good sign, because that means they don't have mana. Okay, they do have the Amulet of Vigor, but that's okay. We draw Might of Eldrazi, that's a good one. Because if they have removal, I can actually now just use Groundswell in response. Let's see if we get them. So, Forest... Might gets copied, so same targets. Ooh, I didn't even realize this. Did you see that? So what happened here is that if you cast a spell during your main phase, that creature gets +4/+4, but I did cast it in my main phase. Is this a bug? Am I missing something here? Shouldn't this just give +4/+4 regardless? I think so. I can't see why it wouldn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter now, but this is important to note. I think this is a bug. I don't see any reason why, since this was the main phase, why this wouldn't work, unless it doesn't work for copies. I'm unsure. I don't know. Okay, so we've gotten rid of the Grazer now. So we just need to not die here. That's very important. Okay, smart on their end. They do have Inkmoth Nexus. The reason why they do this is that now what they can do is they can actually block my Nexus, and then if they do that, block with the Nexus, my Nexus will not deal damage and won't be able to do block. So if I have Scamp, if I attack with Scamp, they will just make a token. So they can actually make a token, block the Scamp, and animate Inkmoth Nexus. I think I need to find a way how they will attack with their construct tokens, and then I can kill them. I think that's what we want to be doing. So I'm going to... Imagine if I now had the red one that gets trampled, then we would have won. That's really cool. So let's just slam it with Nexus. They will animate and block. My land will survive because it's now a 2/2. And even though the -1/-1 counter stays on, it's not going to die now. If I animate it anytime now, it will die immediately. Okay, they did make a token, as they should. I'm just going to yield through the turn. They play Lotus Field. So they need to sacrifice 2 lands. Let's see what they have remaining. Damn, another flying blocker. It doesn't really matter at this point, though. I think with they had too many blockers. So as you can see, blockers are a thing for this deck. Maybe this should be playing Rancors. I don't know. I think this is a deck where you do want to have more ways to just trample over your... If you trample over the opponent's threats, you're good. It also works really well together with Listener Elf. So maybe... Is this a deck that wants Gem Razor? I honestly don't think so, but... Okay, so I try to win the game here. It's probably gonna fail, but I'm not gonna show them the Overgrown Tomb. Let's just draw. And we draw Inkmoth Nexus. Nope. Okay, so this is a matchup where I definitely want to have these Magus of the Moon. They're going to be excellent. Force of Vigor is going to be great. I don't think I want anything else. I don't think I want to have Snakeskin Veils. They will not be impactful. It's not enough damage. What else do I cut? Callous Sword, and well, especially the red version, is a way for me to just immediately win. They will not have any interaction, so I definitely want to keep those. I guess I cut either the Scamp or Glistener Elf, some number. Let's cut 1 Vines. It's going to be a bit slow. Maybe 2 Vines, honestly. It's going to be a bit too slow. I want to win fast. And then I think I'm going to cut 1 Scamp. Yeah, let's try this. I really hope we get Magus for the Moon. They will not see that coming. That would be hilarious. Okay, it's not Magus of the Moon, but it is good. Question is, do I want to play Glistener Elf turn 1? Or do I want to keep it to have Force of Figure? Honestly, I think I'm going to keep. And I'm just going to start with Commercial District and then try to go for Slick Shot and win with Force of Figure and Glistener Elf. If I draw a green card, of course, I'm going to slam down Glistener Elf, but... Another one. It is green. I'm actually gonna... Yeah, let's just bin it. Let's hope they go all in on Artifact Start. Force of... Amulet of Vigor. Do I want to get rid of it immediately? I'll think about it. I can draw first. Might of Old Crowser. So I'm just gonna... It is green, so what if I... The thing is now, I actually think I'm going to play Glistener Elf. What I can do is next turn, I can actually Monstrous Rage and just trample over something. And if I really still need to, I can then Force a Figure, the Amulet. Maybe just going for Slick Shot is better. It's risky to let them do anything with Amulet of Vigor. Yeah, let's just not try and do anything funny. Let's just play the Slick Shot. Let's just kill the Amulet right now. I'm just going to yield as a Saga. That's another one I really wanted to hit, but okay. Okay, so that's what they reveal. They chose Aftermath Analyst. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to try and get him as soon as possible. So let's start with Monstrous Rage. Use Might. I should probably get a Forest in case I draw my Magus of the Moon. I think that's the best thing to do. I already have my Commercial District, so... One Ring, that's really okay, because they could just die because of it. Please give me Magus now, that would be insane. Okay, it's not Magus, unfortunate, but so be it. I do find a pump spell, so if we untap, we win. They could just win out of nowhere here, though. Currently very happy, though, with the list. It feels like we could have easily won both games. Well, maybe not the first one. Another Amulet, that's okay. Amulet number 3, that's scary. They do play Mirror Pool. That's not the scariest one, but the One Ring is the one I'm afraid of. There we go. So I'm going to draw Force of Vigor and then just kill Amulet of Vigor. Both of them. That's the idea. Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, let's just play it. Pass. They play Rumble. That's a good sign. Ah, they did find Lotus Field. So they play it. Maybe I should have mulliganed more aggressively towards my Magus of the Moons. Wouldn't have been a bad idea, honestly. Okay, they have the Titan. Okay, so you basically just lost from there. I'm going to quit because this is boring. I've been waiting for a couple of minutes now. Basically, they had ring into combo. That's ring into ring has always been an issue for Infect, and this is not anything different for this build specifically. But again, I do think we could have just as easily won here. But we probably should have mulled more aggressively to Magus. The opening hand was fine, but looking back on this, should I have waited on the Force of Vigor? Maybe. Maybe I should have waited there. If we can take out both Urza Saga and an Amulet. But then again, you know, they would have probably just played something else. And then I would have felt really bad about not using it immediately. They also had another Amulet. There was too many Amulets and too many rings. That's basically it. But I was happy with my sideboard cards, and let's move on to the next one. Okay. I dig it. I'm going to keep. I like this. Want to play. This is going to be sweet. So, okay, start with this, start with that. Hopefully draw land and then just kill them. That's the idea. Good thing here is that even if they kill Glistener Elf, I still have the Slick Shot. And we saw how powerful it was last game, right? I didn't even have the Leyline, and it was just amazing. Ah, this is a deck that I wanted to be seeing a lot. So draw land, kill him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, it's not a land. So should I... What should I do here? Should I play Might and just put him to 9? I actually don't think so. I'm going to play the Ignoble, because this means that next turn I can actually play both Rage and Might, in case they have a blocker. So I'm just going to use it like this. And if they do have removal now for Glistener Elf, I do want to be able to play the Slick Shot. And I would not be able to do that if I just go for 9 Infect now, and they kill it, and then I don't have a land. I'm going to feel really bad. So I do want to have the option to play the Ignoble. The Slick Shot, sorry. What I currently really like about the list is that you don't really need the Leyline. It's good if you have it, but you don't need it. So this is what I was afraid of. Them exactly having removal and me not being able to do anything this turn. And we did fail to find the land, so I'm just going to slam this one down and kill them next turn with the regular damage if we can. Here we were just really unlucky that we didn't draw land. 20 lands in this list, so... Now, it is unfortunate because we may not win here because of the Might of Velcrosa bug. Let me know in the chat, in the comments, if I'm wrong about this. I think normally, even if it's a copy, you should still be able to get +4/+4, right? That's how it feels to me. Could be wrong, but I do not see any reason why it should not be the case. Okay, they do kill a land. Unfortunate, but if we draw land, we're good. We don't draw land. Unfortunate. I'm just going to slam in for 9. They have a Micah Spawn. That's so funny because it's really... I don't have a land, so go ahead. So they don't have removal for the Slick Shot. We just win. Feels like Slick Shot is just... It works just as well as we have an Effect Reach. But of course, they have the stupid ring. We'll see if we actually do anything for the remainder of the game. Really just want to draw a land. Yep, sucks. Nothing I can do about it. Let's just pass. I'm probably just going to play the Oldest Dust. They took it back with the Ugin's Labyrinth, and I'm just going to concede if they do that. Yeah, let's concede. Feeling pretty unlucky, not going to lie. Let's just play these Magasees. They are going to be excellent in this matchup. Don't want anything else. I'm not sure. Maybe Force of Vigors. Because if they do have Chalice, that's gonna hurt. I guess this is fine. Probably just cut the worst spells, which is Snakeskin. And I do want to win as fast as possible, so maybe the Monstrous Rage is honestly... I don't think I need Trample in this matchup specifically. Let's just put them like this. Okay, seems good. Let's keep. So how I expect this matchup to go is that I will play Nexus turn 2. They will try and Micah Spawn it. I will Vines and kill them the turn after. That's the idea. It's really unfortunate that I'm just not sure about this Might of Vel'Kosa bug, because it is very, very relevant. It really is. So they took Ugin's Labyrinth. Let's see what's on top. Definitely don't want that. Another land. Unfortunate. Let's just pass. At least I'm able to copy Vines now, but I don't think a copy is kicked. I could be wrong here, but I don't think so. Trinisphere. That's funny. I'm gonna say okay. Nothing I can do about that. A threat would be nice. Now that they have Trinisphere. So if they play Micah Spawn now, I do not have the option to actually Vine, so I'm just going to slam in. I've never seen the Magus of the Moon, unfortunately, but I think that's a card I could see myself playing 4 of right now in the meta. Imagine if I had a Magus in the previous game, or this one, it would have been just game over immediately. So I will fetch up a forest with the Catacombs in case I do find it. Drawing Force of Vigor would be excellent now because I actually cast it. They're just going to do nothing, so they are clearly all in on a Trinisphere, so I just want to draw Magus and then just... Ultimate punishment. That's not Magus. I think I'm just going to do nothing, honestly. I just pass. They do have the Seju, so this is why I didn't want to do anything, because what I can do now is I can actually fetch, animate the Nexus, and I have mana to cast Vines. Ooh, looks like copies are cast through Sphinxsphere. I actually didn't know that. So a copy does not... Okay, that's good to know. I actually really didn't know that. So as long as my opponent's not going to do anything, if they do anything, I will just use Might immediately. So normally, keep in mind, that should be 9 and we should win. That's the game plan. They have... Dude, the One Ring... don't even get me started on that card. Another land. Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess I'll just play it and pass. I think what they're trying to do here is find Micah Spawn, kill the Nexus and win. If they do that, I just animate, protect it with Vines, and then win on the swing back. Because normally, again, I can now animate Nexus and cast Might. Gets copied. Not +9, +9. Sorry, +8, +8. Deal 9 Infect and win. Looks like they're also going to be looping the One Rings. I hate this gameplay in the current state of Modern. I really do. I'm just going to draw my Magus soon. And just lock them out of the game. Sure, I do screw up my own Inkmoth Nexus. I do know that, but... it's still worth it. I'm just going to play my Overgrown tapped, because I can still cast Vines through it. I just want them to play one big bad boy that makes them think they are safe, and then just win the game from there. Well, that was unexpected, so they are going to try and kill the Nexus. Called it. Looks like it does remain kicked. That's interesting. So a copy does get the kicker. I didn't even know that. Did you guys know that? Draw Scamp. Okay, I'm going to try and kill him. So I just cast Groundswell. It got copied. Let's see if they have removal. Looks like they do. That's unfortunate. I'm going to draw one more card and then see if we actually find anything that does anything. But again, just losing because of the One Ring loops. I guess if I really want to be playing this this list, I was going to say that I need to have a way to get rid of the One Rings, but it's not true. I just need to... I'm probably going to play 4 Magus of the Moons. Now the One Ring, okay. They have another Sowing Viking Spawn. That's really fine. They can take whatever they want. I'm curious that if I draw Magus, is that going to be good enough at this point? Probably not, right? Let's play a Scamp. They get rid of the Leyline. That means I'm going to concede. I don't think I'm going to be able to come back from that. Again, dude, in One Ring. Sucks. But for sure, Magus. Maybe I should just cut Choke and play Magus altogether. Don't hate that. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, not off to a great start. Let's turn this around. Honestly, any positive result would have been fine. This is bad. Let's mulligan. I've been having a lot. Is this maybe playing too many lands? Possibly. Possibly turn 2 kill. That's nice. Let's cut fines because I'm on the play, so I'm just gonna go all in. And if it fails, so be it. Okay, let's play it. Now, if they have a blocker now, no, not yet. I was gonna say I can win through this, but I need 3 mana to make that work. Playing against Jeskai, it seems. Another matchup where I really like my sideboard cards, playing Choke and the Magus. It's just gonna be insane. I do really like the combination of being able to play both Chokes and Magus. Oh no, never mind, they have Urza Saga. That's probably not gonna be Jeskai then. I think I'm gonna get Overgrown Tomb just in case they have counter magic. Okay, so it looks like we just win here. So we sacrifice it, deal 10 damage here. So proliferation, that's fine. And then boom. This is what I mean, right? Sure, it doesn't have Infect, but it's the same, right? It's the same. Well, I haven't seen much. Well, definitely going to play the Magus, that's for sure. And I'm also going to play Choke, and I'm probably going to leave it at that. I don't think I want to play Force of Figures, honestly. So this is probably going to be a deck that doesn't have that many blockers. We did see Urza Saga, but that's about it. So probably going to trim some number of Rages, maybe all of them. Yeah, maybe all. Because Magus and Choke is just been a game over anyway. And probably just trim down 1 Groundswell, or maybe a threat. Maybe 1 Carousel Sword, because it's not that great, or you don't really need it if they don't have blockers. So I just basically took out all the cards that I need for when they have blockers. Okay, this is funny. Great hand, but I don't have red, so that's not keepable. Then again, it wasn't really a great hand either. This hand's good, but I don't have red, so that's a mulligan. Double Forest. Yeah, that's a keep. So let's get rid of the green card because now I only have red, not the other one. And let's get rid of this, I guess. Want to be able to play the Slick Shot. Then I also have the Leyline. So if I just draw a pump spell at any time, if I'm able to cast it, we should be good. Now, not very happy. I'm also unfortunate. I've never found my Magus or my Chokes. I think it's gonna be insane, dude. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna play this a bit more. I think there's something here, honestly. There we go. Let's just. I think I'm just gonna start honestly with Mountain into Scamp because I want to be able to fetch up my Surveyor land if I need to. Stone of Eric, what's this? If a creature in permanent control die, exile it instead. Okay. Why? Yeah, it shuts down exactly this ability, but I think that they probably think I'm not playing Infect and I'm just on some kind of random all-in brew on Cacophony Scamp. That makes sense, but sucks to be them, because now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kill them next turn. Because now this is good. If you have multiple threats, then scale up is really nice. I'm probably going to scale up the Slick Shot and the Nexus. Okay, so they play Emery. They mill a bunch of stuff. They also have Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Nice. Okay, so what are they going to do if I use... The question now is, what are my scale-up targets going to be? Because if I scale up Cacophony Scamp, right? What's going to happen is this is also going to get pumped. I'm definitely also going to target Inkmoth Nexus. Although then again, I could also just use scale-up on the Scamp and the Slick Shot. But I do want to have the option to proliferate. Then again, what does that get me? Let's just start by probably getting a forest, in case I do find my Magus. Definitely animate the Nexus. So if I do use the scale up on a Cacophony Scamp and they just block with Emery, of course, they can just get the ability back with the Gather's Soul Cauldron. Maybe not as impactful. Okay, so I want to target, I guess, the Slick Shot first. Target the Inkmoth Nexus with the other one. Slam in with these two. Can tell you one thing, that Stone of Erech is not worth it at all. I will probably exchange my chokes for Force of Vigors in game 3 if it comes down to it. Maybe I should also play Endurances against this matchup, because it's the Pop the Foundry deck, so I want to get rid of Sword of the Meek if I can. I just need to draw a Pump Spell though, and we're good. Not a Pump Spell. I think I'm just going to stack with everything. Will they sacrifice the Emery to make a 1/1 block Inkmoth Nexus? Guess we'll find out. Let's just slam in. Not drawing a Pump Spell here is unfortunate. They just sacrifice Mox Amber, yeah, of course. That works too. So block the Nexus. Sure. Make another one. So kill Nexus. Scam deals damage. Do I want to proliferate now? I think I will just proliferate. Reason for that is that I'm going to put a counter on this, put a counter on that, and put a counter on this. So, what happens now is that if they remove the sword from this Thopter, it will die immediately. They now have 7 Infect, and because I actually put another counter on this Urza Saga, they have to search now, which means that they cannot make another token next turn, which is what, of course, I want to do, because they will always get the search, but now it means that they don't also get a creature out of this. And that's pretty cool, right? And play Elf. So you just loot with Emery, slam in, sure. Might of Old Crowser. Okay, so I'm just going to attack with everything. They will make some Thopters. Let's see how they block. Looks like they are going to be blocking correctly. Yeah, this game is over. I'm going to concede. I needed them to block incorrectly here, but I did sideboard incorrectly myself. So let's get rid of these chokes. Pyroclasm isn't worth it, probably, because they can just do it all in their turn. So I think I want to have Force, Vigors, and Hindrances. I'm also going to shave Snakeskin Veils. Not the best in this matchup. Monster Rage is fine, but not the best. I think I prefer Calicel Sword because I can just win out of nowhere. Probably going to play 2, though. Let's cut 1 Vines. And submit. Alright, let's get this charm. I want to win at least 1. We do have Magus, but we don't have lands. That's unfortunate because I would have... This hand is nuts. It really is. Just 1 land and it's good, but I'm not going to keep, unfortunately, as much as I would want to. Okay, this is okay. Nothing great, but okay. I'm going to keep. 1 Nexus can go. Start with this. Play the Foothills and pass. The deck feels like it has some really, really high potential, and the initial brew that I made was close, but it feels just off. I'm not sure what's missing yet, but I do think there's something here. Honestly, it feels much more powerful than I expected. Even though it doesn't... Yeah, sure, I lost both. I know, but keep in mind how the game's developed, and I feel like I definitely could have won more than I had. I do think that not playing Rock Priest was correct, and the addition of Slickshot was excellent. Honestly, it's probably just too soon to tell. I've played 2 games now, and this one is... well, it's really close. And I wish I would have been able to keep that opener, because that was nuts. The explosiveness potential of this feels insane. It really does. It feels like old school Infect, where if you had a certain hand, you just knew that I'm going to win here. And also felt like I had more of situations where I could have had that but I was just missing like one land or something small like that. Okay, so just starting off with Edge Maze. I can tell you that I think playing 4 Magas of the Moon is going to be insane. Maybe this should even be main, honestly. Just it's good against pretty much every single deck in the format right now. Let's get the District. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna leave that on top. So let's play the Slick Shot, Slam in, Walking Ballista. So I guess what we are going to do then is we just win. Yeah, I'm just gonna Groundswell and then just use the sword on the Slick Shot to kill them. Seems pretty good, right? Who needs Infect? This is why Slick Shot is pretty much, you know, it's not Infect, but yeah, it's Infect. So Groundswell. So it gets +2/+0. Then we're going to copy. Target. Boom. Boom. So now this is a 11/10. Slam in. Then I'm going to choose this creature, deal damage to that, pay red. It gets +2/+0. Sure, whatever. Okay, well, that was nice. I dig it. Let's go to the next game. So this is what I mean when I said that we are close. It feels like maybe the pump spells are incorrect. I really love the groundswells. Maybe I should just play more threats and disregard stuff like Snakeskin Veil and just play 4 groundswells. I don't know. I'm not sure. Weigh in here in the comments. I feel there's something here, and I think this is worth exploring more. This is pretty bad though. That's mulligan. Especially since deck is not really does not need to have access to the ley line always. So this does not have an effect threat, but this could just be good enough. Trying to win with Ignoble. I don't want to mulligan to 5, so I'm just going to keep and try that. What we get rid of though, because Tomb into Ignoble means that Rage is... I guess we just get rid of the Rage, because then I do have Mountain and Ignoble. But then I don't have Trample, so I should probably get rid of the Mountain. Pain. Or maybe just Vines. Maybe just Vines. As much as I hate doing that. I think we need to do that. Playing this Burn, okay. Scamp. I mean, let's play it. Can't kill them turn 2. We don't have double green. I also, scale up has been better than I anticipated. Maybe this should be a 3 of like cut 1 snakeskin, play a 3rd scale up, and cut another snakeskin and play a 3rd groundswell. I could see that working. Helix on the Scamp, sure. Let's play Ignoble. Swift Spear, that's fine. We're trying to do the same thing here. Nothing, that's interesting. Idol of the Great Revel. I think that's okay for me, honestly. I'm going to play Glistener as a good draw here because I can just win next turn. Opponent has 1 card left, so the question is, what will they do? Will they try and kill me and use the burn on me? Because if they do that, I probably win. If they try and kill Elf, that's... could be okay, we'll see. If they put themselves low enough, I could just win with all these spells that I have. Definitely not going to do this. Question is, do I want to attack with Ignoble? Because I could see myself, if they block with Eidolon, just monstrous raging, kill the Eidolon, and deal damage. Dig it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. They don't take the bait. Smart, smart. They draw. Slam in with everything. Leave Monastery Swift Spear back. That's also a good sign. So I'm going to scale up here. Expect some form of removal spell in response. I'm going to try and win with Glistener Elf. They're probably thinking that they are fine behind the blocker. So not gonna rage right now because I want to have that exalted. Would be nice if you win here with a rage, just show the power level of the card. Okay, so it does have trample now. Excellent. So it's nice we finally get to see the cards that we were playing deliberately at work. So they are doing what we wanted them to do. It's really nice that you can give this trample. Like, this is something that has been missing in Modern Infect for a while now, a good trample card. And I do think this is the one. So nice, okay. It just shows you that this deck has potential. It really does. It's not like the last game in this one were against random decks. No. So this is nice. I like Pyroclasm here. That's probably going to be it. Anything else? I don't think I want to play the Calicel Sword. I think it's too risky. And I want my spells to be instants, so I'm going to cut one scale up. And I guess one rage. I have these Pyroclasm, so I think this is fine. Well, it has Pyroclasm, so I like this. I'm going to keep. Probably just going to start with turn 1, nothing. I want to kill their threats. We'll see what they do. I just want to draw a land here. No land. Okay, so if I draw Cacophony's, if I have a land, I'm gonna play Cacophony's Scamp. I could also just go for Ignoble. I didn't hate that. Probably the best thing to do. If they get rid of it, I still have the Scamp. If I draw a land, I can still Pyroclasm if I need to. So I'm okay with whatever happens here. Let's play the Scamp. But again, not drawing lands, always painful. But usually against burn, you're not afraid of the burn spell so much. You're afraid of the creatures. This is all fine. I mean, I'd rather not have them do this, but okay. Another spike, okay. The Seju, let's play it. And pass. Been lucky with my lands again. So if I draw a threat now, I think we win. Because I can Vines, protect it. Nope. Unlucky. Let's pass. Boom, sure. Pass. Dead. Let's go to game 3. No changes. It does kill relatively fast. I'm just gonna try whatever. It's not like I'm playing for anything of value anymore. It's not horrible. That's what I'm trying to say. Should I start with Ignoble immediately? Probably not. I do think I want to try and save Ignoble. So they have Monastery Swift Spear. They slam in for 1. Let's see what's on top. A Nexus. Put on top. We do want that. So I do want to try and win next turn if I can. So I'm going to play the Nexus and play Ignoble. Because I'm hoping that they keep removal for the Nexus and not for the Ignoble. Which is what they should do. Indeed. Okay. So let's think here. They clearly have removal ready for Nexus. So if I animate and slam in and groundswell and they have double removal spell, that blows. So what I could also do is I could just play Ignoble. I could then decide to not do anything. And then next turn, what I can do is I can just use the Ignoble's attack. And then what they have to do is they have to first use removal. Then I can Monstrous Rage. Potentially, if the Exalted triggers have gone on the stack, then what I can do is I can, in response, use the Monstrous Rage to give my Inkmoth Nexus +1/+1, which would make it a 4/4. They have to respond, and then I can Groundswell again. I'm going to slam in with Ignoble. It could be just I'm just going to try and kill them with Ignoble. It's not impossible at all. They are down to a lower life total than I am currently, so it comes down to it. If it's out of bolt range, I could see myself just going Pump Spell, and Monstrous Rage. Keep in mind that the Monstrous Rage does get copied, even though the roll does not. So it does give +4/+0 to the creature. And with Groundswell, that's 8. So we effectively have 12 extra damage. And that's not including the Monstrous roll. We take damage from Helix. They kill a Ignoble, that's perfectly fine. Rift Bolt, sure. I'm going to fetch. If they even response kill Ignoble, that's kind of what I want. Slick Shot now. That is good. Let's play the land. So if I play the Slick Shot and slam it immediately, we'll become a 2/3. Yeah, I think I'm going to play the Slick Shot and attack with it. So if I play Monstrous Rage here, what are the odds of them having 2 removal spells, double red? I could also just bait out Monstrous Rage. If they tap out, just go for it. Maybe I should do that. Let's see what they have. So we have a 7-4 now. Now it's a 9-4. So I think we're just... Okay, I'm all in. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get there. They could have Path to Exile. That would be unfortunate. But I'm just doing this. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So we play it. It resolves. Let's see if they have Path to Exile because this is lethal. So they have Deflecting Palm. That's the other one that I was afraid of. But there's a certain point where we just have to go for it. And it's fine. This is fine. I remember back in the day when I was still playing... when burn was still a thing, like this was a very ancient deck list that I was playing against, and Deflecting Palm was everywhere, and that's really the only way how you could lose. If you were playing Phyrexian Crusader, that's the only way how you could lose is Deflecting Palm. But it's very difficult to play around, especially as Infect, because you do want to fire off a couple of spells at the same time. If they have the Deflecting Palm, it's really difficult. There's not much, honestly, you can do about it. So it comes a point where you just have to accept that if they have it, they have it, and I feel like this was a situation where that was the case. Okay, this hand's okay. I'm gonna keep. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. Let's start with the Scamp. What's really appealing to me in this deck is that you don't actually need the Leyline. It's excellent if you have it, but you don't need it. Just nothing. That's interesting. I think if they just do nothing, I'm not gonna play the Nexus. I think I'm gonna play a Forests, an Ignoble. Then just slam in. What I wanted to do here is I wanted to play Ignoble and have green up for Vines. That was the idea. Breeding Pool. Okay. Kozilek's Return. Do I want to save Scamp? I guess I do, right? Let's just save it. The One Rings. There's another matchup where Magus of the Moon is going to shine. I think it's actually one of the reasons why I really want to play this deck is because you can play Magus. Let's just play the Nexus and pass. I could start casting these Cell Swords by getting my Overgrown Tomb. Sprawl on Pool, that's okay. Sprawl on the other forest, that's also okay. Ugin's Labyrinth, that's a bit less okay. Another One Ring, sure. Gonna lose to One Ring loops again. Where is my Magus? Leyline of Resonance. I mean, I'm just gonna cast it. No reason not to. Okay, pass. So what I'm actually hoping for now is that they play a big blocker, think they are safe. I can Vines, kick it, it gets copied. That means Cacophony Scamp is a 9 damage, and then I can Cell Sword, just fling it exactly to their face. And then probably the One Ring will kill them. That's the idea. But I'm not, because I'm not sure if both trigger. So because if it dies, it deals damage, and this one sacrifice. Oh no, it does, right? So I think if I can do that, I just win. Of course, they can't play another ring because then it doesn't work. Because they do have protection, but if they have like a wall of protection creatures to block my threat, then we're good. Micah Spawn. I hope they exile Inkmoth now, because that makes sense, because that means that they feel safe. So I think Nexus is the most logical choice for them. There we go, nice. That's what I was hoping for. Damn, that's that sucks. Gonna take the Micah Spawn with me. Okay, we do find another one. It's something. Would be funny now if they try and remove everything or just kill the Cacophony Scamp. I can Vines, kick it, it gets 9 power, and then I fling it to their face because it dies, and then they die because of One Ring. That would be okay. That's please, that's what I'm praying for. That would be hilarious. All this dust. So I think I'm gonna be able to pull this off. This is gonna be insane if this works. Oh my god, yes, please. Just don't play another One Ring. That's all I'm asking for. Level and Rumble. They choose Null Drifter. That's okay. I think it's happening. I think we're going to be able to pull this off. This is insane. I love this. I really do. Okay, so what are they going to do? They want to draw. So this is unfortunate. I was hoping that they would just go for the sacrifice spell, because now they actually deal damage, and in response by vines, it's gonna survive. So that's not gonna work out. So I think this is now probably game. Knowledge resolves. If I don't draw another exactly Cacophonous Scamp, I'm just gonna. Maybe what I should have done is I should have probably used. I guess I should have, on the Scamp, I should have vines once, not copy, then still dies and shoot 5 damage to their face, hope they die with the One Ring. That probably would have been better. But let's just play Elf now. Okay, so Annihilator here. Gonna go to the Forest. They've just played a land. No blocks, of course. Now they will all this dust, so I think I'm just gonna concede. Why didn't they just all this dust last turn? That would have been such a cool line. Let's just go for Magus. Let's hope we finally get it, because again, insane. I should probably just cut chokes and play 4 Magus. So maybe just should be 1 or 2 in the main. Honestly, the card is bonkers. Do I want Force of Vigor? I honestly don't think so. What's the worst one in here? Probably Snakeskin. And I think I can safely cut 1 Rage. There we go, submit. Not sold on the Callous Cell Sword, if I'm being honest. It's interesting. And I think definitely don't want more than 2. This isn't just not good. This is not strong enough. Let's think though. So I'm going to play turn 1 Elf. Turn 2 slam in with a 4-2. Play another one. Then slam in with another 4-2 and a 2. It is turn 3 lethal. Maybe this is better than I anticipated. I'm going to keep. The fact that this generates a roll that sticks is really, really relevant. Okay. Glistener Elf. Pass. Forest. My opponent did mulligan. I feel bad for them, but then I remember they're playing the One Ring, so I really don't. Okay, so Nexus. Let's just play Rage first. Do I want to play Elf? Because what if they have Kozilek's Return? Then I think Inkmoth Nexus is better, and it does get the same results. So it's probably better for me to just play the Nexus. So I've dealt 4 damage. Rumble, okay, that's fine. Downside of Nexus is, of course, that the enchantment doesn't stick, but it's okay. They chose Wooded Foothills. Forest, Spawn, another Rumble. Okay, so we win, that's nice. This Eldrazi list, of course, does have basics, so Maggot is not that impactful, but it's still too good not to play. They can actually block Listener Elf now, which is fun. Okay, never mind. So now I can just Might, Rage, and slam in, trample over. Nice. Not gonna make any changes. Why do I never have lands when I have Magus turn 2? Mulligan. Stacks. Okay, no lands. This is gonna be painful, dude. Losing like this, I really hate this. Yeah, keep for sure. So what do we keep here? Gonna get rid of the vines and probably 1 ignoble. I mean, we both mulligan to 5. At least that's something. They have Labyrinth. Put an all is dust under their talisman. Okay. Forest, Elf, go. Probably not going to play the Nexus next turn unless I find another land. I need Groundswell to work. Looks like they do not have lands. That's nice. Okay, we found another land, so we can safely play Nexus, Ignoble, slam in, put them to 2 Infect, and pass. Ooh, looks like they have removal. Kozilek's Return. That was a good opening hand for them. But it's okay. We still have Groundswell. They have a follow-up. Rumble. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Probably take the Talisman, I guess. Or maybe just a land. Yeah, they take Breeding Pool. They will probably just play that. It's another land, so we can safely... I think what I'm going to do now is play the Foothills. Slam in. And I'm going to survey a land, hope to find a pump spell on top, and then deal 9 Infect next turn. Of course, they also have Micah Spawn. Let's yield. Oh, right. They were not able to kick it yet. That's good. Let's find a pump spell. Yep, that's a pump spell, and I'm just going to go for it. I don't think... If they also have removal, sure. Sure. The world is your oyster, but... They did Mulligan to 5, so I would always go for it here. The game's not going to go better for me the longer it goes on. So let's see if we get him. Looks like they have a removal spell too. Sucks to be me. Do I want to draw a card? Does it matter? I don't think so, really. Let's draw one card and then see what happens. Play the Talisman, probably slam in. Land, I'm going to concede. Okay, so finishing thoughts. I felt like this list was a lot better than it may have seemed after going 1-4. 1-4 is probably what I was expecting to go beforehand. However, I felt like we could have just as easily gone 4-1, really. A lot of issues where we didn't have exactly one mana, or also not being able to find our Maguses. What would I change? Probably trim one choke, play a 4th Magus, put a couple of Magus in the main. I think what I also want to do is, I'm not sure about these Carousel Swords, so maybe cut these two, put 2 Magus in the main. Probably swap the Snakeskin Veils, or then again, they weren't bad. But I think this really felt close to being really, really good. The explosiveness was there. The power level is definitely there, and I think I'm gonna play this again soon because I think it could be very good in the meta. But the Magus and the Moons, maybe even play a couple of Maguses and Blood Moons. I don't know. It just shuts down so many decks. Yeah, it was interesting. Let me know how you felt. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed this content, and if you have ideas to play this list to improve it, let me know, because I will definitely play this one again. Alright, cheers, thanks for watching, bye.